Well, welcome to United with Alvin. You can always unite with me by liking, subscribing, and commenting in the comment section below. Now let's get to the vibes. It's another weekend of what? Heartbroken. It's another weekend of confusion. It's another weekend of no. There's so much adjective that I will use. Then we cannot even really describe Manchester United at this point in time. The question is, what's next? Is it the manager? Is it the players? Is it the ownership? You cannot really pinpoint your fault at Manchester United. Look, Ruben Amorim was given his grace period almost the entirety of last season, and most of the blames were shifted to the players, including me. Hoping that this season, especially what we saw in the preseason, that we're going to see a lot better, but it hasn't been so. In as much as I really want to back Ruben Amorim, I can't back him. There's nothing tangible for me to say, okay, he's doing this, so let's back him. On the flip side, which manager is coming in to save us? Because I can bet that there's no manager that will come to Manchester United at this moment in time and instantly United will be better. But will he be able to give us a little bit of momentum? I can't tell. Look, Ruben Amorim has also brought some of these defeats upon himself. Every team in the Premiership knows Alta Bayeda is the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. The goal against Brentford, the first goal was terrific, well placed, well executed, but he still could have done better in closing him down earlier. He didn't. The second goal, the rebound was feeble. The shot was feeble. There wasn't enough power in it. There was not even no power in it. Don't let me go. I just want to go to the third goal. It was as if his positioning, everything was wrong. Look, if you watch the entirety against Brentford, you could see that Brentford main focus was set pieces. And all the time, Bayenda looked nervous. Anytime Bayenda saves or is called onto action, he looked nervous. You cried for a goalkeeper. Saint-Lemain finally came. I don't know, I can't tell whether he's ready for the Premiership now or not, but Ruben Amorim he's been singing praises on the goalkeeper. And we still not seeing actions of him. Bayenda ain't helping. You're trying to not put too much pressure on Saint-Lemain so that he can come in and feel as comfortable as possible. But every season, every game puts pressure, because every game Bayenda looks weaker and poorer. That is it. It's better you put him in so that he can either rescue us or do something magnificent. Or even if he sinks, we'll know, okay, he's a young goalkeeper. Because Bayenda looked shaky from beginning to end of the game against Brentford. He wasn't comfortable at all. And he hasn't been comfortable ever since the beginning of the season. He cost us the goal against Arsenal. If you look at the goal against Chelsea, the one leader they scored, he could have come out and claimed the ball. He stood still, a Chabala headed the ball into the net. Brentford, similar. He hasn't actually done anything. Now to Ruben Amorim. Look, I want him to stay, but I can't defend him anymore. There's nothing tangible for me to stand on and say, okay, he's doing this and this and that, so we should keep him. There's nothing. On the flip side, like I said, what's next? Which manager is coming? There is no guarantee that the next manager that will come to Manchester United is going to be better or is going to be significantly good. I'm hearing Oliver Glasner, and look, Crystal Palace has been phenomenal and they've been playing the same system, the same formation. No, virtually it's just a little bit tangibles that differentiate how he plays to Ruben Amorim, but his execution is to the roof. Yeah, but it is Crystal Palace. Nobody is going to scrutinize him when he loses matches. They won't commit a 40 minutes, an hour show just to look at his detailing of how he sets up, like Manchester United is. So the pressure at Crystal Palace cannot be compared to the pressure at Manchester United. And it looks like most of these coaches come to Manchester United and they just crumple by the pressure. They just get, bamboozled by the pressure. God is the difficult job in the world at this point in time. It is the difficult job in football at this point in time, being a Manchester United manager. I can't say Ruben Amorim is a problem, like I said earlier. The team or the players has not been built for the system either, or the players have not been built for him specifically to succeed either. But on the other hand, also, he has to show something with the players he has. We've cried out for a midfielder, we didn't get that midfielder. Against Brentford, Ugarte was not existing, especially even in the first half. So I question Ruben Amorim why he kept Ugarte that long. Look, I get it. You're trying to let Kobe Bino fight his position. Yes, I get that. But to keep Ugarte for up to 60 to 60 something minutes was awful. The first 45 minutes, he was not existing. He shouldn't have stepped foot on the field in the second half at all. At all. That is the problem. Ruben Amorim, that is the problem. Some of the problem you call for yourself. That's what I would say. But you look into the squad, you have Maguire starting. You have Luke Shaw starting. You have Diego Dallo starting. It just won't work. Gary Neville will go on his podcast. Ian Wright will sit on Sky Sport. Carragher or Kingdoms will come on and criticize the coach all they want. But the truth to be told that the squad is not good enough. The squad is not good enough. It's as simple. Ben Yedder will not. None of the Premier League teams, Ben Yedder will be number one. He won't be number one. None of these Premier League teams, Ben Yedder will not be number one. He won't. It's just a fact. He won't be number one. So why keep him in pole? He always panics. Why keep him in pole? To every United fan, we be patient. I've been someone who has defended this manager for quite some time now, and I always back the manager because I felt we need stability. But he has to show something. He has to show something. So far as he's still at Manchester United, I was to back him. Because I keep saying my fear is what's next. Today is my topic. What's next? Who is next? Zidane? I can't say Zidane will come. I'm hearing Xavi. People calling on Xavi since last season. He'll be ready for Manchester United. That he can, play 4-3-3 and he will switch to 3-4-3 or whatever. But he was swarmed at Barcelona. One season, 2 seasons, he was gone. From the outside looking in, these managers think they can do what the work. Because from the outside looking in, it looks easier until you get to the helm. Jesse Wackles said he felt it would be easier, rebuilding Manchester United. But when he came to post, he realized the job is a lot difficult than he thought. It's the same thing applying to the Manchester United manager. When Erik ten Hag came in, he was full of enthusiasm, thought he could switch this team within 3 seasons to 3 seasons. He was quite surprised by the attitude of these players. Ruben Amorim also thought, he could do this within a short time because he felt so energetic. Now he's there. He feels as if Ruben Amorim is always lonely. So to the next manager, to whoever that United might decide, if we are supposed to decide to change the manager, this job is not as easy as you see from outside. The pressure that looms of becoming the Manchester United manager is not easy. The players is not as good as you think. To be told, people are saying Ruben Amorim is playing players out of position. Trust me. This Luke Shaw them, Harry Maguire them, Diego Dalot them, they can't give you a consistent 5 games performance. They can't. 1 or 2 matches they will show their brilliant best at the highest level, but within 2 or 3 games down the line they will fade. This makes the game much more difficult, the coaching job much more difficult than we think. And on top of it, our finances are not as good as it's supposed to be for us to ramp up the change that we really want to implement. So everything at Manchester United at this point in time is in slow motion. It's in slow motion. Now, even if we win against Sunderland, that's if, and that's the big if, looking at how good Sunderland is. I can't predict if we're going to win the next game or so. I can't. You can't predict that United is going to win this game until this 90 minutes. Even if you are leading by 2-0. Even if you are leading by 3-0. You can't predict that we'll win this game until the 90 minutes is over. And that has to be the combination of the coach and the player. You can blame the coach all he wants, but the players also has to take responsibility of what is happening on the field. Brentford didn't look good to me, but Man United were worse. They were worse. And they look worse than I thought. And it's just that painful. If you are supposed to stick with Ruben Amorim, he has to show something. Because at this point in time, at this moment, he hasn't done enough. I just don't want us to keep recycling managers because it hasn't worked. And I can't guarantee, neither any Man United fan can guarantee that the next manager coming is going to work. Yes, we will sing praises of him. Yes, we're going to adore him. Because every manager post Manchester United, pre-Manchester United were good. Erik ten Hag tactically was one of the best upcoming managers. He was swallowed. Same as Ruben Amorim. Van Gaal, before coming to Manchester, had an incredible World Cup with the Dutch, went straight to the final. We didn't see nothing. Mourinho, we all thought he has the charisma and the characteristics. Fell apart. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that we named him PE teacher, probably did more better than we expected. Are we keeping Ruben Amorim? I don't know. Should he be sacked? I don't know. At this point in time, I just don't know. But to